We're going to be focusing today on core work with rotational movements. So you're going to feel lots of twisting and turning. Spine loves to do twisting and turning, and lots of side bends. Okay, with the help of the Theraband, and if I get my timing right, we'll get a little bit of a flow in at the end as well. To begin, we're going to start kneeling. I know that for some people, kneeling is like the worst. So if you wanted to stand up for this next bit or for this first bit, you're welcome to stand as well. So we're just in a kneeling position to eliminate the ankle joints because we want to focus a little bit on some hip rotation here. If you want to put a pillow under your knees as well, that's a great option. Okay, cool. So with your band or your dog lead or your old t-shirt or your old pair of tights, whatever you've got, take an over grip. So my palms are facing inwards towards my body. I want you to close your eyes just for a second and take a brief moment to focus on the tops of your feet pressing into the floor. I want you to see if you can actually feel your pinky toes touch the ground as well. So you'd probably feel the big toe edges, but can you feel the pinky toe edges also? If you had to play around with moving your foot on the ground, so maybe turning it inwards or turning your feet outwards, you might actually even notice slight differences in the feelings in your hips. Okay, our foot position will affect our hip positioning. But anyway, feel the tops of your feet, feel the tops of your pinky toes, the tops of your big toes on the ground. Once you got that, hopefully it doesn't feel too weird, squeeze your bum, tuck through your tail. So I'm just going to drop my band for a second. I want to imagine mounding my pubic bone towards you, squeezing my glutes, and it's as if my tailbone is dropping down to the space between my knees. I want to do that to expose the fronts of my hips towards you guys. I don't want to break at the hip and pull my bum back. Okay, so squeeze your bum, push your hips forward. Rib cage positioning, we want to make sure that our ribs are not flaring forward. So I'm not pushing my belly button towards you, but rather I want to draw my belly in and close down the space between my bottom ribs and the top of my pelvis. Okay. Final couple things here. Let's imagine we're being lengthened up through the crown of our head to the sky. They're kind of like aliens abducting us up towards the heavens. Lengthen up. Gently draw your chin towards your throat. Scrunch your shoulders up towards your ears for a moment. Take an inhale. And as you exhale, roll your shoulder blades back and down, feeling a sense of openness through your collarbones. Cool. Have you lost your toes? Make sure you get that back. Have you lost your bum squeeze? Get that back as well. All right, with all of those bits and pieces in place, let's start to move. So you're going to take an inhale and reach our arms up towards the sky, holding onto your band or your dog lead, whatever you've got. Reach up. Get a little bit more length through the sides of your body, but make sure that you're not pushing your ribs forward and flaring. So close the rib cage to pelvis connection. Slowly reach your right arm up and let your left arm pull down. Now, if you're not on a stretchy band here, you're just going to find the side band. But if your band is stretchy, pull down with the bottom arm into your band. Take a big deep breath into your exposed side. Feel the tops of your feet on the floor. Squeeze your bum, press your hips forward. And then slowly bring yourself back up through center. Let's go to the other side. So we're going up and over a white picket fence to the right. If you're in a stretchy band, or if you're using a stretchy band, pull the bottom arm down. Watch that you're not pushing your ribs forward. Draw them through your body. Squeeze your bum, press the hips forward, tops of the toes equally on the ground. Inhale. Good. Let's slowly come back. So very, very body aware here, guys. I want you to make sure that you're focusing on those little adjustments. Move slowly now, side to side. So once you find your side bend, check your feet, check your hips, check your ribs, then lengthen out through the crown of your head and slowly come back. Imagine you were climbing up towards the heavens. So with each side bend, we get more length, more openness through the sides of our body. Let's go one more each side. Lengthen up through center and good. Last time, lengthen up through center. Imagine someone pulling your top arm up. Reach that top arm up, 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 up. Find more space in the stretch to the sky. And slowly bring it back through center. Arms come down. Just shake out your shoulders. Well done. Okay, a little bit of play. From here, take your weight into your left knee. If you need a pillow under your knee, take it. Maybe you can hover up that right leg, finding your balance. Using your band just to help you with your balance in any way you need to. Keep hovering the knee, keep hovering the knee. Maybe you can bring that leg forward and hover it out in front of you. Ha 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 ha. Keep squeezing through the left glutes. Hold here for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Step it forward into a little lunge or hip flexor stretch. Reach your arms with your band up to the sky. Pull your ribs through your body. Squeeze your left glute. And then we're going to find the side bend motion again. So come up and over to your right. Breathe into your right side. Bring that right arm up. Inhale. Exhale, switcheroo over to the left. Nice. One more each side. Inhale. Exhale. Pause for an inhale. And exhale. Move last time up through the top arm. Reach down to that bottom arm. Inhale. Bring it back through center. Arms come forward. Allow the hips to just melt down into the hip flexor stretch. Now just allow yourself to move a little bit, maybe through your controlled mobility, I guess, and then slowly come out of it. Pick up the top foot, find that balance again. And then with control, slowly place your leg down. Nice. Switch to the other side. Pick up the knee. Watch for the break in the hip. You're going to want to sit back, but see if you can squeeze your hips forward, keeping a contraction through the right glute. Maybe allow that left foot to come forward. Holding for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Step it forward into a hip flexor stretch. So we squeeze the back glute, tuck through the tail, reach up with the arms, and find a side bend towards the bent knee side. Doesn't really matter. We'll do both sides. Good. Inhale. Exhale, slowly move. And keep reaching up through that top arm. Okay, one more each side. Lengthen through the tailbone. So just watch that you're not letting your belly poke forward, okay? Keep the length in your lower back. Okay, last time. Nice. Okay, let your hips sink forward now into mobility. Breathe down into the front of that right hip. And then slowly come up. We're going to pick up that front foot off of the ground, balance it for a couple seconds. Okay, and then when you're ready, nice and slow, place the knee down. Great job. Cool. We're going to change it up completely now and lie on our back. So slowly find your way down onto your back. Okay, with your band, but again, if you don't have a band, don't worry. You can kind of do everything. You just might work harder in some ways, like I said earlier. All right, take your band up to the sky with an over grip. We're going to take an inhale and stretch our arms back. Nice. Exhale, reach the arms up towards the sky. Okay, kind of simple. Inhale, stretch the arms back. Exhale, arms up towards the sky. Find a neutral spine in the lower back, legs up to tabletop. Continue moving through the arms. Inhale, reach the arms back. Exhale, up to the sky. So neutral in the lower back, guys. Like, this is kind of important. You just throw these things out there, but that's kind of the whole point of this stuff. Now, as your arms move back, we're going to change the breathing and add in some legs. So my arms are going to move back, and my left leg is going to stretch forward on an exhale. Inhale, bring it back in. Switcheroo, right leg. Exhale, arms back. Inhale, bring it back in. So we go for the exhale because we want the deepest layer of our abdominals, our transverse abdominis, looks like a corset, to kind of tighten around our waist as we reach the leg forward. So as the leg goes forward, you exhale, visualize your belly coming in towards your spine. And on the inhale, we fill the belly again. The nice long inhale as the knee comes in, nice long exhale as the leg goes out. Keep going. Let's go for 6. Focus on the exhale. Focus on that lower back positioning, staying really consistent as you move. Good. Last 4. And 3. And 2. Final one to go. Exhale, reach. Nice. Bring it back in. Try and keep those legs in tabletop. Unless you need a break, then pop them down whenever you need to. All right. Inhale at the bottom with me. We're going to exhale, nod our chin towards our chest, come up into a crunch. Your band should be on top of your shins if you're using one. If you don't have a stretchy band, just keep those legs nice and strong and pull down into whatever resistance you can. So squeeze the shoulder blades down and imagine trying to pull your pinkies down towards the floor. Good. And then slowly release it back down. So even if your band doesn't have stretch, you'll still feel those muscles activate. Bring the band onto your shins. Pull down. If you're not using a band, take your hands all the way to the ground alongside you and push the pinky finger edges of your arms into the ground. So you can actually push into the floor. Okay? 5 to go. So wherever you're at, you're pulling your pinkies down towards the floorboards. 4 to go. Almost there. Inhale down. 3. Nice. So we're exhaling again. Corset tightness as we come up. 2. Okay, last one. Stay up if you can. We're going to do a few little pulses. Exhale, come up. And we're going to do little pulses on that band. Go for 10, 9, 2 pulses per count. 8, 7, and 6, and 5. 4, neutral spine. 3, belly in. 2, 1, and slowly take it down. Well done. Just take a windscreen wipe of the knees or whatever feels good. Okay, great job. Okay, we're rolling up into a seated position briefly. Again, we use the band underneath our feet. So if you've got a stretchy band, life's going to be a little bit easier. If you don't need a band for your roll-ups, don't use them, okay? Because it's obviously easier with the help of the band. So if you're feeling pretty strong, get rid of the band. Otherwise, sit up tall. Alien invasion again. They're pulling us up to space through the crown of our head, but shoulders are melting down in the opposite direction. Root down through your sitting bones. Feel equal weight in your bum on the ground. Inhale, get even taller. On your exhale, we're going to roll off of our sit bones onto our sacrum. So the initiation movement comes from the rolling of the pelvis backwards. Going to roll off of the sit bones onto the sacrum. I want to find all 5 vertebrae of my spine on the mat. Then my my mid back, upper back, then my head. Inhale at the bottom. Exhale. Crunch forward, feel your ribs slide towards your toes. Bring yourself up using your core. If you don't need the band, get rid of it. Inhale, lengthen, flex through the feet, reach out through the heels. Exhale, pull your belly in. Imagine if someone was trying to touch your belly button and you were like, get away from my belly button. Inhale, reach the arms back. Big stretch for the front line of the body. Exhale, imagine your abs contract to bring you forward. You can take a stretch towards your feet for a moment and then inhale, lengthen up. Exhale, tuck. Squeeze shoulder blades down. Roll off the sit bones onto the sacrum. Slowly release. Okay, last time. Exhale, come forward. You can stretch towards your feet if you like. Inhale, come up. All right, now keep those legs out stretched. Reach the arms forward. Squeeze your shoulder blades down and come down halfway. So you want to feel a place where you're like not about to tip backwards. Bend into the knees, dig your heels into the floor, pull your belly in. Squeeze those shoulder blades down again. Right arm is going to rotate open to the right. Bring it back through center. Left arm opens to the left. Back to center. Okay. Imprint this movement into your mind. So we're going to come back to it a little bit later when we find our flow later on. But feel how your rib cage is twisting and turning. Try and keep your lower body really still. Now add an exhale as you twist. My knees stay parallel, my feet stay parallel, and my bum stays equally weighted on the floor. Last 4. And 3. And 2. And 1. Nice. Sit up tall, grab a hold of your band, and you're going to lie all the way back down. It's roll down one more time. Cool. Back on our back. Okay. From here, guys, we're going to take our feet and we're going to put the band on top of your feet with the legs up in the air. So this is kind of nice, especially if you've got tight hamstrings or weaker hip flexors. The band is kind of helping you a little bit here, okay? With that said, we're going to take an inhale. As we exhale, we're going to come up into a crunch position, curling up again. Try and get your shoulder blades off of the mat. And then think about the space between your shoulder blades. You're going to pull your band apart from that place. Again, reaching pinkies towards the floor. Slowly let the band come back and then head back down. Okay, that's 1 rep. Inhale at the bottom. Exhale, come forward. Look at the space between your knees or at your belly button. Pull into the band. Reach up through the heels of your feet. Slowly let the band come back and then lower your head back down. Exhale, come forward. Pull into the band. Reach up through the heels. Reach down through the arms, pinkies. Inhale, slowly come down. 4 to go. Inhale at the bottom. Exhale. Almost lost my band. We're going to pull, come up into your crunch, pull the band apart. Slowly bring it back. That's when your mobility is actually a problem, hey? Last 3. Come up. Pull into the band. Slowly release. And take it down. Last 2. Exhale, come up. Pull into the band. Release the tension slowly. Slowly come down. Last time we're going to hold at the top, okay? Exhale, come up. Pull into the band. And we're going to pulsey pull that band down, going for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and release it down. Nice. Keep the feet in the band. Take a moment. All right. Left leg. So make sure you know left leg. You're going to take it out into tabletop position. Okay, so right leg's in the band, left leg's in tabletop. Take an inhale at the bottom. I don't know if you can hear my neighbors. These kids are going crazy. Hopefully you can't hear them. Inhale at the bottom. Exhale, you're going to come up into a crunch. Okay. Now, once you're up in that crunch, stretch your left leg forward if you can. And then left arm, so same side, pull into the band. And then bring everything back in. Left side again. Exhale, come up. Left leg reaches forward. Left arm pulls out to the side. Slowly bring it in. 6 to go. Exhale, come forward. Pull, reach, bring it back. Now, try not to look at the screen if you can. Once you come forward, look straight out at that left foot. Okay, or at least out in front of you. Inhale down. Good. Exhale, reach. Inhale down. 3 to go. Exhale, reach. Inhale down. Keep the wrists long as well. Exhale, reach. Inhale down, guys. Last time, pull, hold, reach. Okay, so pull, reach, hold. With that left arm now, can I ask you to slowly draw a little circle out to that left-hand side of you? Reach up through your right heel, circle out through the left arm for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bring it down. Left foot back into the band. Relax your arms for a moment. Nice job. Are we ready for the other side? Those circles are kind of killer. Let's take the right leg out into tabletop. Okay. Get your arms in position again. Take an inhale. As you exhale, come forward into your crunch. Right arm, right leg, pull. So left arm is just stabilizing, but watch that the wrist doesn't break, okay? And then slowly come back in. And by break, I mean just flick upwards. Keep your wrist long. Exhale, pull, reach. Try and get your shoulder blades off of the ground as you come up. 6 to go. Reach the energy out through the left heel to the sky. Pulling the right arm out to the right. Reaching out through that right heel. And exhale, reach. And down, last 4. Big exhale, reach. And in. So right arm's pulling all the way out to the right-hand side. Left arm's just stabilizing. Reach, pull. You've got 2. Exhale, reach, pull. Inhale down. I'd love to see this being done without a Theraband. You'd be working real hard. Last time, pull, reach. So right arm's out to the side. Can you draw a circle with your right arm? Going for 5, 4. Keep everything else super stable. 3, 2, 1. And take it down. Feet down. Take a proper break. Windscreen wipe through those knees. Okay. We're definitely getting somewhere. Got one more abdominal exercise. It's not as weird as the previous one, but nice and slow and controlled with the band again. Okay? All right. When you're ready, are we ever ready? We're never ready. We just have to do stuff that we don't necessarily feel ready for all the time. Hey, and that's life. We're going to reach arms up towards the sky. Okay, and we're going to come into a basic crunch and we're going to rotate, right? So I'm going to come up into a crunch. From here, I'm going to twist to my left. Okay, so I'm going to reach over to my left. You might just want to watch me for a second. So the band is now parallel to my left shin. As soon as you get here, feel how much weight is in your left shoulder blade, probably loads of weight. So can I ask you to lift off of your left shoulder blade as best you can, reach that right arm forward like you're punching the air, root down through your right bum cheek, and then pull the band apart, and then slowly come out of it, okay? You can reach your arms back, take an inhale. Exhale, come forward into your crunch first, then rotate to the right. Lift out of the right shoulder blade, reach long through that left arm, pull your arms apart, and then slowly come back down. Okay, inhale, arms back. 6 to go. Exhale, come forward. Rotate to your left. Dump the weight or lift the weight out of the left shoulder blade and pull your arms apart. Slowly come back down. Inhale, reach the arms overhead. Exhale, slowly come forwards. Parallelize the band with your right leg. Get the weight out of that right shoulder blade. Pull the arms apart. And then slowly come down. Almost there. Inhale, reach back. Exhale, come forward. Rotate to the left. Lift out of the shoulder blade. Pull. Keep your wrists as long as you can. Inhale, back the way. Exhale, come forwards. Rotate right. Lift off the shoulder blade. Pull the band apart. And then slowly bring yourself down. Well done. Fantastic. Okay, let's get rid of the band now. Just pop it off to one side and take a moment. We're going to come into our flow. Let's roll up into seated. And this is going to be a starting in standing. Okay, so bring yourself up there. My head might be a bit chopped off with some of these bits and pieces, but just you don't need to. It's not the important bit. Okay, so come to the front of your mat, so we'd say maybe the top of your mat, and bring your feet to parallel hip width distance. You're going to soft bend into your knees and then watch the pelvic positioning. So I'm going to drop my tailbone down, draw my pubic bone up, ribs draw in through my body, palms forward. Open up your collarbones and relax your shoulders. Close your eyes here for a second. Just become aware of what you're doing, where you are now in space, standing up. And here again, taking this moment to feel our feet, the bottom of our feet now touching the mat. Feel your pinky toes, your big toes, your heels. Try and equalize your weight distribution into your feet. And then moving your focus to literally the opposite end of your body, your face and your head. Can you soften the muscles around your eyes? Take a big inhale and a big exhale. Let's get ready to flow. Okay. Blink open your eyes if they were closed. Take another inhale with me. And as we exhale, we're going to sit back into a squat position with our arms alongside our ears. We're going to sit our bum back into the squat. As soon as you get here, watch your lower back's going to want to dip. Your ribs are going to want to spill to the ground. Pull your ribs through your body, lengthen into the lower back. Maybe see if you can lift your arms a little bit higher and look forward. If there was an arrow pointing out of the crown of your head, that arrow should pretty much end up where the wall and the ceiling meet. So you're not dumping your head down, okay? You're lengthened through your spine. Keep that idea of the crown of your head being where the wall and the ceiling meet, and let your right arm reach to the ground, left arm reach up. We find rotation. Nice. Lengthen through the crown, squeeze your shoulder blades down, draw your belly in. And then switcheroo, left arm down, right arm up. So the crown of your head is still reaching to the same place, but notice how your rib cage is twisting and turning along that line. Okay. Keep going from side to side. 10. Oh, sorry, maybe not 10. Let's go for 4. And 3. So it's almost as if your rib cage is rotating around a fixed spinal position. 2, that's not an accurate anatomical explanation, but just imagine that. 1, come back through center and fold over your thighs. Hands to the ground, head drops down now. Crown of the head to the floor. Beautiful job. Take your hands to your shins, lengthen out through your spine. So now your spine will be parallel to the floor. And then fold again. Hands to the ground. Step back into a plank position. If your wrists don't feel warm enough for plank right now, just put your knees down if you need to. Otherwise, hold your plank. Finding a rotation here in a plank position, we're going to use the lower body to twist. So give your feet a little bit more space. Let your heels twist over to the left. Your gaze is between your hands. Let your heels rotate over to the right. Keep the idea of length through the spine. Draw your belly in. One more each side. Heels to the left. Heels to the right. Bring your feet back to center. Float your knees to the ground. Untuck your toes. And then slowly lower yourself all the way onto your tummy. Well done. Press your pubic bone into the floor. Squeeze your bum. Tops of the feet touch the ground. Feel the pinky toes contact the floor as well. Roll your shoulder blades back and down. Lift your chest off of the mat. Your lower ribs will still be in touch with the mat, but your heart is off of the mat. Press your pubic bone down, squeeze your bum, lift your belly button up. Okay, now see if you can lift and hover your hands away from the floor. Hover your hands away from the floor. And then reach your fingers back towards your feet. Squeeze your shoulder blades down towards your bum. Nice. From here, look to your left as if you're trying to look towards your left foot and reach that left hand down, left arm down towards your left foot. So you're side bending to your left, squeezing the left side body to reach back. And then switch to the right. Switch to the left. Switch to the right. So you want to feel the side body contract as you reach to that side. Okay, your heart is like squeegeeing across your mat, left to right here. Using your back muscles, using your obliques. 5. Keep squeezing your bum. 4. Tops of the feet on the ground. 3, 2, 1. Nice. Hands underneath your shoulders. Press yourself onto your knees and then back into a shell stretch. Big toes touch. Take a moment, breathe into the sides of your body. One more breath here. And then you're coming into downward facing dog. So get your hands set up for success. Root down the fingertips into the floor. Tuck your toes under. Send your bum up and back. Press the ground away through the heels of the hands. Elbows wrap down towards the floor. Pedal out through your heels for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Nice. Here in your downward facing dog, bring your feet to stillness. Get a little bit more space between your feet, maybe a little wider than hip width distance. And we're going to do that rotation thing that we did in plank. So both of your heels, let them pivot over to the left. So much so that your right foot might even go flat onto the ground. Feel that stretch over your right side body. Increase that by thinking about pulling your right bum cheek away from your right shoulder. So right bum cheek to the back wall, right shoulder towards the front wall. Switcheroo. Heels pivot over to the right. Feel the stretch in the left side body. That weightlessness in the left hand. Good. Bring it back through center. Stabilized. It's a normal downward facing dog. When you're ready, inhale, reach your right leg up, up, up. Really squeeze through the glute. Lift that leg as high as it'll go. Lift high on the tippy toes of your left foot if you can as well. Look at the space between your two hands. Slowly, with as much control as possible, step that right foot to the space between your hands. Nice. Good job. So we're sitting up for a lunge position here. Get your feet onto train tracks. Lift your belly away from your front thigh and come up into your lunge. Good job. In our lunge, we want to watch for the tummy. So draw the lower belly in. You can bend through the back knee if you need to get a little bit more openness through the hip flexor. Reach arms to the sky. Stretch up through the side body. Get a little bit more length. Right arm's going to reach up. Left arm is going to reach down. Good. Switcheroo. Left arm up. Right arm down. Nice. Bring the arms back through center. So we're going to take it into a warrior two position. So my back foot is going to pivot 45 degrees. If I look at my front heel, the heel I want it to match with the arch of the back foot. Bend deeper into the front knee and reach your arms long. And the arms are in line with the feet. Okay. Shoulders on top of the hips. From here, we're going to lean on the front leg. So the front elbow goes onto the front leg, top arm reaches up and over. Big side bend. Root down to the pinky toe edge of your back foot. Keep a deep, generous bend in the front knee, but reverse your side bend. So you're going to lean towards the back leg. I take that back arm, so it's my left arm, and I like to lean it onto my lower back just to lengthen that space, to remind me to lengthen my tailbone down. Good. Come back to warrior two. Slowly windmill your hands down, framing the front foot, pivot on that back foot. Nice. Step it back to plank. Hold your plank here again. I'm going to find our rotation in plank. Let both heels pivot to the left. Maybe only if you're feeling it. Right arm can reach up, finding side plank. And if you'd like to reach that top arm up and over, lift the hips a little higher, you can. Nice. Slowly pivoting back through plank and over to the other side. So heels to the right, maybe left arm goes up and over. Take one more breath here. Beautiful. Pivot back to normal plank. Now, if you'd like to come down onto your tummy through a push-up, that's optional, or you can let your knees come down. If you can, though, let your shoulders go slightly in front of those wrists. Slowly bend the elbows. Come down with control onto your tummy. Untuck your toes. Charge up through the lower body, squeezing the glutes. Lift your heart off of the ground. Tuck your chin gently towards the throat. Magnetize the back of your skull up towards the sky. Tops of the feet on the floor. Yeah, that's probably the most tricky bit. From here, if it's available to you, reach your arms forward, tenting through the fingertips. Okay. Now, maybe you can reach your left arm up with the thumbs up towards the sky. Maybe you can reach your right arm up, thumb up towards the sky. Tops of the feet stay on the ground. Find your glutes, squeeze them. And then we're going to reach my left arm towards my left ankle, right arm forward. And then I want to switcheroo. Left arm forward, right arm back. Okay, let's go for 8, 7. So again, you're kind of swishing your ribs along the ground. 5, 4. Think about stretching that front arm forward. 3, 2, 1. Beautiful. Hands underneath the shoulders. Come back into a brief shell stretch. Big toes to touch. Sit your bum back onto your heels. Find yourself for a moment. Big deep belly breath. Feel your tummy expand. Last breath here. And we're going to find downward facing dog. So get your hands dialed out slightly. Wrap the elbows towards the thighs. Tuck your toes under. Come up and back. I keep moving back though. Okay, so just find down dog for a second. All right, so here we are. We're going to do the little rotationing movements here. Let both of your heels pivot over to your left. Keep pushing the ground away through that left hand. Maybe here you can allow the right hand to come off of the ground and just open your chest towards your right side. If you want to play around with this, lift your left foot off of the ground. Maybe reach the left foot forward. Slowly bring that left foot back, right hand back, downward facing dog. Allow your heels to pivot to your right. Maybe the left hand becomes weightless. The knees are still relatively bent here. Okay, squeeze your right shoulder onto your back body. Maybe your right foot lifts off of the floor and you can reach that right leg forward. Holding for 3, 2, 1. Bring your right foot back, left hand back to the ground, downward facing dog. Nice. When you're ready, inhale, left leg reaches up, up, up. Just find your left glute, squeeze it to get a little bit more lift through the left leg. Screw out through the hips and the shoulders. Lift high up on the toes of the right foot. Look forward to the space between your two hands. Step that left foot through. All right, think about length through the spine, length through the crown. Lift up into your lunge. All right, watch for flaring the ribs. Close it down. Even bending that back knee is going to give you a little bit more ability to posteriorly pelvic tilt or tuck through your tail. Right arm reaches up, left arm reaches down. Inhale, left arm up, right arm down. Balance will be challenged here. Okay, we're coming into that warrior 2 position. So the back foot pivots 45 degrees. Keep a generous bend in your front knee. Okay, and the arms are in line, I want to say with the feet. Okay, or the front and the back of your mat, I guess. Right, we're going to lean onto the front thigh. So left elbow onto the left thigh, right arm reaches up and over. Think about pushing that right foot through the floor, reaching the right fingertips towards where the wall and the ceiling meet. Keep that generous bend in the front knee, maybe even get a little bit deeper. Push that through the floor as you reverse your side bend. Lengthen through the lower back. Hold, maybe get a little bit deeper in the front knee. Okay, guys, when you're ready, we're going to slowly frame the front foot, hands to the ground. Pivot on your back foot. Get those hands planted, ready for a plank position. So slide your front foot back. Okay, here we are in plank again. Let's pivot the heels over to the left. Now you can stay here and go from side to side, or you can let that right arm come up. Don't let the hips sink to the ground. Do the opposite. How high can you get your hips away from the floor? Squeeze into the left glute. Maybe if you're feeling it, you can lift your right leg up. And as that right leg comes up, use that to help you recruit your left bum even more. Holding for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Slowly control the foot back down if it was up. Let the right hand come back down. Plank it out. Pivot over to your right. Maybe left arm can come up. Lift your hips higher away from the ground. Maybe left leg can come up. Use that to lift your hips even higher away from the floor. Lift, lift, lift. Holding for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Slowly take it down. Normal plank for a moment. Lower down onto your tummy however you please. Nice job. Okay, almost there. Last time here. Charge up through the legs. Lift your heart away from the floor. Tuck your chin towards your throat and magnetize the back of your skull to the sky. Well done. From here, squeeze the shoulder blades down. Tops of the feet touch the mat. Lift your hands away from the floor. Okay, so we're going to change it up a little bit. From here, instead of rotating, we're going to imagine pulling ropes that are in front of us. So both arms forward simultaneously. That's tough. Try not to chin poke forward. Keep your gaze at the top of your mat. And then pull your arms back, lift your chest higher. Okay, inhale, exhale, pull. Inhale, reach. Exhale, pull. Squeeze your bum. Inhale, reach. Exhale, pull. Inhale, reach. Exhale, pull. 4 to go. Inhale, reach. Keep the tops of your feet on the mat. Exhale, pull. Inhale, reach. Exhale, pull. Last 2. Inhale, reach. Exhale, pull. Last time. Inhale, reach. Exhale, pull. Hands underneath your shoulders. Press yourself back into a shell. Big toes to touch. Breathe here. Now stay in your shell. Noticing your heart rate. It should be elevated after that extension stuff when you're on your tummy. Always raises the heart rate. All right, now here in your shell, walk both of your arms over to the right side of your mat. Starting to soften things down just a little. Breathing into the left side of your body. And walk both arms over to the left side. Just noticing any differences you may feel. Breathing down into the right side body. Beautiful. Slowly coming back to center. Bring yourself onto all fours briefly. Can't go wrong with thread the needle, so we're going to go straight into it. Inhale, reach your right arm up. We're going to stay down on the exhale, okay? So come all the way down, thread that right arm through, stay down. Gently tuck your chin towards your throat. Ideally, we've got our right temple on the ground. Left arm maybe reaches to the sky. Turn your left palm inwards and see if you can get the back of your hand onto your right hip. Reach that left elbow towards the wall behind you to open up through your left shoulder. One more breath here. Place your left hand down, right hand down, bring yourself all the way back up. Just one round of cat-cow before we do the other side. So we're going to round into the spine. Let your head drop. Puff up through the back of your heart. And then inhale, pull your heart through. Nice. Find neutral. And then left arm reaches to the sky. Inhale. Exhale, thread. Left arm down. Stay down. Tucking your chin gently towards your throat. Right arm maybe lifts away from the floor. You're going to turn your palm inward so that the back of your right hand can touch your left hip. You want to pull your right elbow towards the wall behind you. Nice. Slowly place your right hand back on the ground, left hand back on the ground. 1 round of cat-cow. Rounding through the spine. And pulling your heart through. Okay. Last little stretch here. We're going to come into a seated position, facing each other. All the side bends today. So find your straddle or your pancake position as best you can. Remember, with these kinds of positions, with your back against the wall, you'll find a lot more support than if you're just freestanding in the middle of the room and you can't figure out why you can't sit up straight. Okay, use the wall, use a pillow so that you can get that elongation. Okay. All right, got a little bit of fluff on my nose. From here, lengthen up through the crown. Slide your left hand down your left leg as far as you feel able for, noticing the side bend in your spine, keeping the sit bones grounded. Right arm's going to reach up and over, framing your right ear. So in these moments, a lot of the time I see people like fighting themselves to get super deep into a particular shape. Don't worry so much about the shape. Just feel what your body's saying to you. If you're going too far into it, can you find a place where you might actually be able to relax a little bit more into the position? So we want to soften. All right, if it's available to you, slowly start to square off towards the shin. So instead of the side bend now, I want to just look at my left leg, keep my right bum cheek down, and then reach my heart towards my knee. You can use your band here as well. Keep reaching your right hip down into the floor and back to the wall behind you. Nice. Take your hands away, actively bring yourself out of it. And we're going to go to the other side. So right hand slides down. So you want to find a side bend in your spine. Soften something. And then left arm can reach up and over. Taking a few moments here. Try and open your heart towards the sky if you can. And then let's turn the heart towards the ground, squaring off towards that knee, just keeping the glutes grounded. Slowly, actively bring yourself out of it. And we're going to go straight down through center. So we're going to inhale, reach the arms up. Exhale, keep the legs nice and active. Heart shines forward as we hinge into the forward fold. So try and avoid rounding through the upper back and looking down as best you can. You want to keep that length through the spine. And then even if you're only going half a centimeter, that's okay. Energy is coming out through the heels of your feet. Toes are ideally pointing up to the sky. So just watch what's happening there. And what's going to help you to keep that shape is to squeeze your bum. So we're not just sinking into it, we're squeezing our bum here. Our bum, the collective conscious. Hold for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And slowly walk our way up. And we end lying on our back. We're just going to do our favorite figure 4 stretch, and then you're finished, okay? So let's lie on our back, hook the left ankle over your right knee, and hug your right thigh in towards you. If it's feeling good, you take your interlocked fingers to the front of your right knee. Just like we felt in the seated position, can we try and soften here? On every exhale, allowing the floor to support us a little bit more. Taking a quick little body scan just to notice areas that might be tense, maybe the muscles around the eyes, the cheeks, the jaw. One more breath here in your figure 4. Maybe lean over into your right side just to get a little bit more stretch. And then slowly let the right foot come down, left foot come down. Let's just switcheroo. Right ankle over left knee. Hug it in. Maybe interlocking your hands at the front of that left shin. Again, that little body scan. Soften something in yourself. Maybe even just a thought, a particularly harsh thought. Leaning into your left side if you want a little bit more stretch for the last 2 breaths. And then slowly bring yourself back through center. Left foot comes to the ground, right foot comes to the ground. Take a brief little windscreen wipe. Nice. And before you come into seated, just take a moment to thank yourself for coming to the mat today. And then slowly, when you're ready, let's roll up into seated. Take one more breath together. Let's take a really big inhale, reach the arms up, collecting all the good positive vibes. And exhale, bring them down and give them to yourself because you deserve it. Thank you guys so much. I really appreciate it. I think we are done. Thank you so much. Really appreciate it. A little bit of everything there to kind of end us off.